What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Folks, we have ourselves an upcoming live stream. Looks like we have two of them, as a matter of fact. This time we're going to get a Korean live stream as well as a Japanese live stream. That's right, two live streams for solo leveling Arise. So if you are somebody who is interested in what's coming up, you guys can see here, this is scheduled for 10/19, which I believe is a Sunday. Sunday. So we're going to be covering this as well as the Korean live stream that's going to be happening on the Tuesday. So we have quite a bit going on here, guys. So make sure you join. Also, for those who did not extend for the content creator program, I want to say thank you to those who did extend. Remember, if you did extend and you are still supporting, get yourself into the Discord and get yourself your prizes and giveaways. Make sure you register for them, guys, because there is $200 to be given to my number one. Shout out to BW Panda. $150 for anybody else who is in the top 100, and $100 to anybody who is just a supporter. A chance to win those prizes are in the Discord. So make sure, guys, check out the description for every link. Now let's go over what we are to expect for this upcoming patch. Now this is actually going to be a very big patch, so we have a lot to talk about, guys. Even though there's minor amount of points, there is a lot to discuss. So number one, new collaboration, Freer and Beyond, Journey's End, Story, Hunter, and Event Preview. So we're going to go over everything on the 21st. Now here's the crazy part. The Japanese stream is going to be on Sunday, so I'm imagining we're going to see a lot of what we see here in the Korean live stream. Of course, the actual Korean live stream will have a little bit different codes, some different content, but the Japanese one is a lot more yappy, so get ready for that, guys. So we are definitely going to have that going on. Hey, a Sunday stream. Nice. Sorry, guys. There we go. So outside of that, we have ourselves, of course, the Korean stream, like I mentioned, and we also have ourselves other things going on that are going to be going on as well, too. So let's go over everything else that's happening. So the Free Run, Journey's End, Story, Hunter, and Event Preview. So get ready for the collab. It looks like three units are coming out, most likely at the same time. And then, of course, we have the new collaboration weapon, the Sword of the Hero Preview. That is going to be a brand new weapon that's going to be dropping as well, too. And they discussed this already. Now, the collaboration weapon, I'm not sure if it's going to be event related, and if it's something that we can just farm. We haven't really heard much about that weapon yet, but I don't think it's going to be something that's super OP, guys, and I don't think it's something that everybody has to worry about. But if it is a free weapon, we'll all take it, of course, and we'll farm it during the event. And I hope that's the case, because usually collaborations bring some form of like free items, and this is, I hope, one of the free items for everybody to have. The Sword of the Hero honestly sounds like a cool weapon, looks like a cool weapon, so we'll hopefully see more about that on the preview, of course, and that's what they're going to be covering. The new Workshop of Brilliant Light, Voltaire preview. So this is the new WOBL coming out, guys. Easy and normal mode. Most of us veterans will clear that with our eyes closed, but it's still exciting to see something brand new drop. And also for anyone who is going to be a new player, this is something for you to strive for. And also, don't forget, guys, this is not a Monarch, obviously, right? We know this, so this is not going to have a Monarch summon towards it. That'll be rock passive for the next one. So the next WOBL will have another Monarch in the layer of Monarchs for us to be able to summon. So that's going to give us more power. Obviously, we don't know what Voltaire is going to drop. We don't know if it's going to be brand new cores, existing cores, etc. So we're looking forward to seeing what that does and what that provides as well, right? So that'll be a big one too. So new content to Overseer's Forbidden Library preview. This is the one I'm personally looking forward to most, because it looks like more of a rogue type gameplay, where you will use characters for a limited amount of time before you can no longer use them, making you kind of utilize your full roster, whether it's SSRs or SR units. Either way, this is something that's brand new and one that I'm very much looking forward to. I think it's going to be almost like a tower system, where you just climb up the library, or you go further into the library, and as you go further, it gets more difficult, and you have to readjust your abilities, readjust your hunters. And I think this is only hunter mode, guys. I don't think this has anything to do with Sanjin Wu. So for those who are kind of been like slacking on leveling up your hunters and getting some of their skills up, this might be the time to focus on it. But let's see what it's all about first, and that one there is probably my most hype one. All right, we're also getting reverse hidden chapters 7 and 8, which again is going to be more essence stones, more black tickets, more rewards. So you can see here right away, there's going to be quite a few essence stones coming our way. I know a lot of us have complained about the lack of Essence Stones once you've completed everything. I personally have not completed everything for that reason alone. I always have a rainy day fund, and I'm going to go back and now do all my trophies and everything to get them all back. But this is now also going to be available, and then the reverse chapter is also going to add more. And then, of course, we have ourselves 2 new instance bosses. We have Nadan. I have no idea who that is. That's a new boss. And we have a new Battlefield of Time boss. Dvorka has now been added as well to Battlefield of Time. So another boss here, and in more ways, again, to get Essence Stones, right? This will give us a couple thousand. Dvorka, of course, being a new, we know what she's all about from WOBL. We can also consider her now a fairly decent challenge because she's super unpredictable and fast. So I'm really curious to see how she does on Battlefield of Time. Now, the 1.5 year anniversary is coming as well in November. So it's coming very soon. It looks like we're actually going to be starting to celebrate it very early. We might start celebrating it right away in this patch because it drops next month. Now, for that month, the 1.5 year anniversary, you might be wondering who's out if you haven't seen the roadmap yet. Well, the character that they're going to be releasing is none other than Laura. And you might be like, Payne, why did you say none other than who the hell is Laura? Laura is actually Thomas's admin. That's right. HR is hiring everybody. And she is going to be a light support. So you can imagine that being Thomas's admin and being closely linked to Thomas, she may provide Thomas that extra push he needs to finally be more relevant again. Even though he had that little spark here and there with the updates and, you know, the buffs, we may see another buff to Thomas, and we may see a perfect collaboration unit, not collaboration unit, but you know what I mean by collaboration, as in like they fit well together, to make Thomas more viable yet again for light. Because right now we don't have another light DPS coming. For Freerin, we have 2 fires and 1 water. And then for Laura, it's a support, right? So Thomas is still going to be considered, with Mei Yun, I guess, if you consider both of them, if you want for Mei Yun, they're going to be considered still the top DPSs for light, which is unfortunate because they're not that good. But Laura may change all that, right? So that's the 1.5 year celebration event preview. And that also means we should be, again, getting more rewards along the way. Hopefully some free stuff, because, of course, any big celebration, Netmarble does handle it fairly well, at least from a reward perspective, okay? Yeah, the 1 year anniversary was boring, but the rewards were plentiful, and people were happy about that, but the rest was not that great. Then, of course, we're going to have the real-time Q&A. We're going to have some redeem codes for everybody, and I would imagine the codes will be pretty good because this is, again, going towards a collab as well as a closing into the 1.5 year anniversary. And then, of course, other scheduled various improvements for the future. We've already seen the roadmap, so I don't expect any more on that, but we should see more things pop up. So guys, don't forget, we have ourselves the Japanese live stream coming up. I'm going to put this on for Sunday, and then of course we have ourselves the Korean live stream happening on, I believe, the Tuesday, right? That's the one, yeah, the Tuesday, because everything drops on the 23rd. So for those wondering when it drops. Also guys, don't forget, I do have a Pokemon channel and a Pokemon site. If you are interested in pulling some insane cards and looking at a pretty professional site, shout out to Connor for helping me put this together. Check out my site. It's linked to every single description. Come join the Pokemon Discord, guys. We do live rip and ships. We do it on Discord as well. We record everything. We have a blast, and it's actually going really well. People are loving it because they're pulling massive cards and they are making money, and at the same time we're just growing a pretty decent community with this brand new product. So please come join me, join us, join the community if you're a Pokemon fan, and come join the rip and ships and have some fun. Remember, I do ship worldwide, and everything you buy from the store is done live for you, so you see everything that you get, and there's no scamming or nonsense like that goes on. All right guys, love you. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate watching. Please subscribe, like, leave the notifications on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.